Hello and welcome to New Parenting Training. So today we got another outdoor security cam from Blurams. So today I'm gonna unbox this and install it and then test it out. This one is outdoor Lite 4. It's 3 megapixel in terms of resolution, and so it's pretty high res. Also has a spotlight as well, kind of like the floodlight. So let's see what's inside. Alright, you have the instruction. Not quite sure what this is. Looks like some kind of sticker. Alright, so they have a print for you to drill. So this you can just kind of stick onto the wall and kind of give you an idea of where to drill. Like the bits will go into these 3 spots. So here's the anchor. Alright, so here is the camera itself. Here's the antenna. Some wires here. Here is the charger to charge this. Here are more mounts. Alright, and the rest is the screw and wall anchor. Okay, so here's the camera. Let me go set it up and let's see how I could install this. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so let's talk about the setup real quick. Now the camera has a power port and also a LAN port on the back. So you do need to plug into your wall socket to get power. This one does not come with any battery inside. Now some of the tools they provide for you to waterproof the cable. Remember there was a sticker, I wasn't sure what it was. It turned out to be waterproofing tape. So what you need to do is first you use the waterproofing tape to wrap around your power cable before you plug into your power port. So next is to install the water casing for your LAN port. If you're like me, I'm going to use the Wi-Fi setup. What you need to do is basically just block off that port to prevent any water to go inside. But if you are using the Ethernet cable to run through for the connection, then the following is what you need to do to set it up. First, you put in the washer, and with the Ethernet cable, you put all the casing through the Ethernet cable before you plug the Ethernet cable into the LAN port. The last thing you want is unable to cap it off the cable itself. Second, you have to put in is the case. Twist on the case and then wrap around the cable with the provided cushion. Lastly is just cap it off with the cap on the very end. And that's how you set it up to prevent any water to go inside if you are setting this camera for the outdoor use. For indoor, obviously, you're not gonna worry about any water issues. Now next, you're gonna install the SD card. You flip the camera over on the bottom. You can pull this opening out for you to access the SD card slot and also the reset button. Now for this particular camera, it can hold up to 128 gig of memory card. Alright, now you can power on the camera itself. Once you have done so, you need to start downloading the Blurams app. Now you can either find it in the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. If you have no idea what to look for, you can also look up on the user manual. They have a QR code where you can scan it. It will lead you to the place where you can download the app itself. Now once the app is being installed on your phone, then what you need to do is to set up your account. You have to create a login and password. Now first time you log in, they will verify your email address. Once you have done so, then what you need to do is to go into the app and add the camera on there. And for this particular one, you'll be looking at the Outdoor Lite 4 A22C camera. And once you have found the camera, and just follow the instruction. You might have to do a reset first on the camera. Once the camera flashing red, then you can continue on with doing your connect your Wi-Fi, username and password. Once you have done that, the app will generate a QR code. You have to use the camera to scan this QR code for the connection to complete. Once you have finished all that, then that's it. Your camera is ready to be used. All right, next what we need to do is to physically install in this camera. Now previously I have already installed a solar panel camera setup at my house before, so I'm just going to remove the solar panel and use that bracket for this particular camera to sit on top of it. And they are pretty much interchangeable. I think all the brackets are the same size, it's just the length. And so it's very simple, just take out the solar panel and then just put this camera on. Now, but for those of you who don't already have places for you to set this camera, what you need to do is actually drill holes. Now, what I have done before was to drill holes using 532, a skinnier drill bit first to start off the drilling process, then finish off with a 3/16 inch. You should also get a better and sturdier wall anchor. So the one I used was the dual power. Now to finish off, depending on your environment, and for me, because I set this up onto the masonry wall and it's not even, so I use some waterproofing gel to seal off the outside, so that way no water can get into the holes I just drilled. All right, so let's talk about the app. Because without a good app to go along with a good camera, the camera is pretty much useless. So let's bring up the app. Now once you bring up, they can actually use your fingerprint as way of identification. Now you could set that up once you install the app itself, or you can go into a setting and then to change the way of logging in to the app. So once you open it up, this is the screen you're gonna see, and I have set this particular camera as the garage. So click on that, and this will bring up the live view. All right, so here is the live view. Now as you can see, whoa, I can actually read the license plate number. This is pretty cool. The camera itself can be really clear, and as you can see, you can pinch and then zoom in and out of the screen, so you can get a better view of what's going on. Now underneath there, you can select the how good the quality is. You can low, medium, or high, and you have means of taking a photo of that particular moment or record that particular moment. Now there's also the speaker. You can actually hear what's going on outside. So this camera has a mic and a speaker on board, so you can actually talk to the other side. Now the far right, you click on that, it will bring up the camera into a landscape mode instead of the portrait mode. So as you can see now, you can even get way better view of what's going on. Now you can still zoom in and out with it. Now right underneath there, you will see the current time. And if you scroll down, you can actually see the previous video that's been recorded. Now let's bring out something that's much older in terms of footage. Now you can see this is 12:50 p.m. and this is what I'm seeing. This is what is recorded. Oh, you can see there's a car drove by. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I really like how the interface works. It's very easy to navigate where you need to go. Now, of course, you can go live, and then we'll bring up the live view. And now, right now, I'm using the memory card to do recording. You can also do cloud recording. Now, for that, you might have to sign up for their monthly or annual service. This app has speaker and mic on it. Therefore, you can talk to the other person on the other end by clicking on the talk button. So you can actually hear what's going on, but you can also reply to what's going on outside. And also they have the alarm. You can turn that on, so it will go off as a siren. Now let's go into the setting. Now a couple of things I really want to mention here is how their night vision work. So the night vision, if you click on it, now I have it on auto. I set it for intelligent night vision. Now let me show you some of the footage I have recorded. So here is a video of what it can do at nighttime. It can record actually in color. So that's really cool. And also, if you want to just go with the regular night vision, which is black and white, you can also do that as well. Now with the intelligent night vision, it will turn on the LED light. Therefore, it will bring up more lighting in the surrounding area. And therefore, it can get a full color out of the video. So it's really neat on how this app will work. seamlessly with the camera itself. So the app will get you the most out of that camera. And something else I want to mention is the device sharing is also really cool because you can invite somebody else onto your account for them to actually see your feed. So let's say if you go on vacation, right? So you can have someone to house sitting your place, then you can share this app with them. When you come back, you can remove them from the account. Also, one other thing, remember I mentioned about their cloud service plan? So you can actually have an annual plan or monthly plan. So depending on how many camera you have and how many days of history that you want to record, you can select whichever one that's more suitable to you. So let's talk about the likes and dislikes about this camera. So there are a lot going for this camera. The things I really like is how small it is and how lightweight it is. And once you put it outside onto a wall, onto a ceiling, you will know that whatever you set it to, it should be able to hold the camera because how light it is. And also the fact that the camera be able to record something in really high definition. This is set to for 2K camera. So you can actually see things in much clearer view compared to 1080p's. Now the downside is that it requires a electric outlet in order for it to run. That will really limit where you can set this up. Now Blurams told me that later on in 2022, they will come out with the camera along with solar panel. So it will have a battery and solar panel along with it. That way, it will actually be able to run without any cord. So anyway, that's my review of this Blurams 2K camera. So if you have any questions, comment down below. Until next time, bye.